Good morning, friends, and happy Friday morning. Friday's finally here. It was a bear of a week, but here we are at Friday morning. One more work day, and then we get 2 days off. Awesome. Well, I do anyway. I know not everybody does. So today, day number 11 of my gratitude challenge, and today is Veterans Day. So I am grateful for the veterans and for active military and for everybody who has served to fight for the freedom of our country. Lots of people say that we are the home of the free because of the brave, and I'm feeling that today. So I'm very thankful, grateful, and I want to honor anybody out there who's watching, who has served, or who is serving now, or has family members that have served and who has fought for our freedom. So thank you, veterans, today. Okay. So my title for the video today is their fast track to improving any aspect of your life, and that is the next letter on our 6 life savers through the Miracle Morning book that I've been reading. So just to recap the letters that we've done so far, S is for silence or a meditation. A is for affirmations. V is for visualizations. E was for exercise. And now R is today's letter, and the fast track to improving your life is reading. All right, so let me give you a quote from the book, and then I'll go on. So Mark Twain said this: "A person who won't read has no advantages over one who can't read." So if you're a person out there who's like, I hate reading, I'm not reading, whatever, that's just a really silly way to look at life, I think. I have always read a lot of fiction. I like getting into a good book, a good story, and taking me away from real life for a little while. But I haven't really read a lot of nonfiction or things called self-help books. So that's what this is about. This is about personal development. This is about reading books that are going to further your ambitions in life and things like that. Okay, so as I said, it is the fast track for transforming any area of your life. Hi, Ronald. And some people say that they're oh, I don't need those self-help books. I'm above those self-help books. I'm too cool for self-help books. That's ridiculous in my mind. To learn more, you need to learn from experts. To achieve success in life, why not model what the experts have done? And many, many experts have written books to encapsulate their successes in life. So I have recently, literally the last couple months, started to read these types of books, and I've already seen a change in my own behavior because I'm following the advice from the books. So one of the books, this book that we're talking about, is The Miracle Morning, and I've now been waking up at 4 o'clock every day. Now this morning I woke up around 3 and I couldn't get back to sleep, so I actually did some reading in bed before I got up. So just a few more things. There is an exhaustible list of books that you can read to improve your life. So if you want to become a millionaire, there are books for that. If you want to have an incredible, loving, supportive, romantic relationship, there are books for that. If you want to build self-confidence, there are books for that. If you want to build communication skills and persuasion, there are books for that. So you see where I'm getting. There are basically books for any type of improvement that you want to have in life. And one thing that I've found recently is I use my Kindle. So I use the Kindle app on my phone, and I have been recently getting some of the audio that goes with it through Audible. And yes, this is another price, but I can listen to the book instead of actually reading it, and it is still the same, in my opinion. So I can listen to the book in the car, I can listen to the book in the shower, those types of things. So I get more and more reading in by listening to these self-help books. Not all the time, sometimes I do read, but there you go. What else? The book, How the writer of the Miracle Morning, basically the question is, how much should you read? Well, as much as you physically can, I guess, but he says to start out with about 10 pages a day, or if you're just starting and you're really not a reader, you don't think you're a reader, 5 pages a day. But this equates to about 10 to 15 minutes a day. I probably do more like 15 to 30 minutes a day because I get into it and I want to keep reading. But if you read 10 pages a day, which is about 10 or 15 minutes, That equates to 3,650 pages a year, which equates to about 18 of 200-page self-help books. So 18 books a year you can read just by reading 10 pages a day. Think about after a year of reading 18 self-improvement books. Do you think that you're going to be a better person? Yeah, absolutely you will if you've read 18 books or more during that year. Okay? So just a few additional thoughts about reading. When you read a book, begin with the end in mind. What is your purpose of reading that book? What do you want to get out of that book? So for me, the Miracle Morning book, I've always gotten up early. I've always been a morning person, but several people have suggested that I read this Miracle Morning book to supplement what I'm already doing in the morning. So, I have to now put some of these things into practice. So my goal for reading the Miracle Morning was to see what's it all about and to learn what I can do to make my morning a little bit better and to then, of course, improve myself. So that's my goal about reading this book. Some people do use their reading time to catch up on religious texts. Myself, I'm not religious, so I don't do that, but that is an absolute awesome time to catch up on your religious texts if you're into that. Also, the author states that you should definitely annotate your books. So underline, circle, highlight, dog-ear, take notes in the book so that when you return to the book or if you want to look something up, it's very, very easy to find. Now, I use the Kindle app, and some of the books that I use are actually through the Kindle the Kindle Unlimited service. So the books are free because I pay for the service. So I can do this on the Kindle. It's not as easy for me to do the marking up on the Kindle than it is in a real book, but I have been taking notes in this notebook as I go through when I read a book. So I have all the notes I need in my notebook. Okay. So, and that leads me to, one of the last things here is reread your books. So I often reread fiction books that I love, and now I know that it's important to reread these self-help or these personal development books over and over again to master it. It's just like anything else in life. You have to do it over and over again to master it. And these self-help books give you a lot of directions and a lot of activities to try and things like that. So I liken it to my karate training. I didn't just learn a karate move and know it and then move on. No, I returned back to karate class. I practiced it. I did it over and over and over again before I could test for my black belt. So it's the same kind of thing with reading books. Read over them over and over again. Okay? This can be tedious, sure, but it's also a way to work towards self-discipline as well. Okay? And, that's just basically all I want to say about reading. As I said, I used to read fiction a lot. I still read fiction, but now I'm spending more time reading these personal development books because I know that's going to make me a better person in the long run. Not that reading fiction doesn't do that, because that you also learn a lot from fiction. Love fiction. But this is something new in my life, so that's what I'm talking about. So I want to end today's video with a quote from my daily affirmation app. That a man can change himself and master his own destiny is the conclusion of every mind who is wide awake to the power of right thought. So I want to leave you on this Friday with the thoughts that you do have the decisions. You can make the decision to have a better life. You just have to follow up and you have to do it. All right. So everybody have an awesome Friday. Have a great start to your weekend. I'm off to do my exercise. MMA shred today, new workout. I'm excited to do it. All right, see you later. Have a great Friday. Bye.